What's good, McKinley squad? Welcome back to another video with your boy, who is me, KV McKinley. Yes, sir. Man, y'all already know why we here. We here to talk about that season finale of Power Book 2, Ghost. Yes, sir. Man, oh man, do I have some opinions to tell you. Just wait, we about to get right into it. And before we get into this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And let's go ahead and talk about this episode. Man, oh man. So before we get into this review, may I remind you, there will be spoilers. You have not seen it yet. First of all, shame on you. 2, click off, because we are about to spoil everything. All right, let's get into it. This is basically a continuation right into episode 9. Monet is dead and Carter is trapped by Tariq, Braden, and Effie. Right now, the Tejadas are grieving their mother. They are upset. Telling y'all, after seeing her die, the first time it didn't really hit, but when I watched it the second time, I was like, dang, she really gone, bro. Now you looking at them and you like, bro, they don't have no more parents. It's literally just them. Like, it's crazy, bro. And then we got Tariq trying to figure out how he's gonna get rid of Carter. And Tariq's first instinct is always, let me just kill him. It always takes wise counsel to make sure Tariq does not do something stupid, because technically he's still a kid in some instances. He doesn't really think about the repercussions after the fact. You know what I mean? But it was a good thing Davis called and told him, for one, that Monet was dead. And he needs to find out a way to get some dirt on Carter. And boy, did they. But we'll get into that in just a minute. So back to the Tejadas, they show up at their house, and right now they just grieving, bro. And the first thing that Kane starts doing is playing the blame game. I mean, and of course, when you grieving, the first thing you want to do is find some closure as to why it happened. And his first instinct is to blame his siblings, because he's thinking about, oh, well, they wanted Monet dead anyway, so they probably just trying to finish what they started. But what I love about Drew is that he's always with the smoke. He does not care. He was like, Monet is dead because of you! Because of you! And for once, I feel like Kane just like thought about it for a minute and was like, you know what? You're probably right. It is my fault. And so, of course, he was ready to slide. But honestly, even though Kane was ready to slide, Diana was like ready, bro. Like, she does not care no more. Like, you could see it. You could just see it in her face. And you saw it throughout the rest of the episode, bro. Like, oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. So Tariq finds out that Carter actually killed Kamal Tate. I was wondering how he was gonna find out. I knew as soon as he found out, he was gonna use it against him. And here's another thing about Tariq. Tariq can only fight when the other person is at a disadvantage. He was just smacking Carter around when he was talking. Knowing good and well, if Carter was not tied up, he wouldn't be doing none of that, bro. Like, that's the crazy part. But yeah, he finally got some dirt on Carter, and now Carter is basically bending at his will now. And that's exactly what he needed. So Noma done killed Monet, and now she's getting ready to lead the country. Right before the Tejadas are trying to get at her, because she like, look, I done started a war. I gotta get up out of here. I gotta take Anya with me. And her uncle is fed up. And to be honest, like, I can see why, because I mean, what Noma has been doing this whole season has been so messy. She took Obi off the board, getting with Davis, getting with Kane. Like, she's just like all over the place. She's not even doing anything strategic anymore. And Anya lost all respect for her after all that happened. And then she ended up telling her that she was the drug dealing queenpin, and that she took out her father with no hesitation. Anya was through, bro. She was done. She did not care. Boy, them Tejadas came in there and slid on her, little dirt with the AK. I was like, oh man. They came in there, guns blazing. It was ready to slide for Monet, boy. I'm telling you. And of course, Noma wasn't even there. But Kane's bright idea was, let me just kidnap Anya. And to be honest, this was the first time where I was like, you know, even though Kane is moving in emotion, he's actually moving pretty smart right now. For the most part, he thought everything through, and I was actually very impressed. Like, it was like the first time where I was like, okay, I actually like Kane right now. He's actually a pretty dope character. So I was really enjoying him this episode. Him and Diana were giving me everything I needed, for sure. I'm telling you. Now this part right here, I had some problems with. Diana kills Anya. Oh my God. I was like, bro, she did not deserve that stray bullet. No. Man, and then she said, now she knows how it feels. Oh, that was tough. As soon as Anya got out the car, I was like, oh man, I already see what's finna happen. I was hoping it didn't, but as soon as I seen that bullet fly, I was like, oh, she didn't deserve that, bro. That's why I was like, Diana does not care at all. She told Tariq, you told me I need to learn how to revenge better, so lesson learned. In her mind, she's thinking, I done lost my pops, I done lost this baby, now I done lost my mom. Nobody is safe. Anybody can get it, period. Now this move by Tariq was definitely a smooth play. He sets up Carter to basically tell on himself, and Nico arrests him. And this part was funny to me because Michael Ealy basically had a training day moment. Like all the stuff he was saying, like he was not playing no games, bro. But he was going to jail. I didn't think Tariq was gonna actually let him live, but to Drew's point, for a cop to go to jail like that is worse than death. So I can see why he did it, and that was a smooth play. Gotta tip my hat off to Tariq for that one. That was smooth, bro. That was smooth. Man, and let's talk about the last 15 minutes. Noma's family has basically turned on her. At this point, Noma does not care. All she's thinking about is her daughter is dead. She gotta get her revenge, just like they did. But I'm thinking to myself, they only returning the favor of what you just did to them. So it's like, you should have saw that coming. Like, you know what I mean? So at this point, she's basically out here naked, bro. Cause she ain't got nobody. She ain't got Obi, she ain't got Kane, she ain't got her uncles and the bodyguards. Everybody is pretty much done. So what does she do? She calls the cops. I was like, oh, you have become the ultimate op this episode, bro. That I did not expect that. So when the cops pulled up at the airport, I just knew that they were all gonna die. I was like, is this how they finna go out? But then Kane, this is why I said I really like respect Kane right now. Cause like when he was like, look, y'all do what they tell you. I'll handle this. He's like the man of the family right now. And it's like you could actually see that. And so he slides on over. It was kind of underwhelming. I didn't know how she was gonna die. And Kane got to fight through all them cops. I was very surprised that he escaped. And I'm trying to figure out, how did Drew and Diana get away from that? Now that I think about it, I'm like, how did they get out of that? Because I didn't even really think about that until now. Ain't no telling how that really worked out. But then you got to find the conclusion of the whole season right here. Davis ends up getting his license back. Kane ends up fleeing the city because his face is all over the news. Drew is finna go to Paris to be an artist. And Diana, she's basically in New York. And I feel like with Diana right now, she feels like she's obligated to take on the burden of the business, I would say, or just to keep the business going or start it back up, whatever they're trying to do. And Drew was like, look, I'm so done with the business. Monet is dead. Kane took out Noma. He can't waste a second chance. And that's basically what they have. They have a second chance to like just start over because nobody's going after them anymore. Literally, they're straight. And now you got Tariq. The whole time I'm sitting here like, I'm waiting for him to become the apex predator that he said he was gonna be. And it turned out he did. Monet is dead, Noma is dead, Kane fled the city, so he ain't trying to really beef with him no more. Only person that's standing in his way is him. So now he's basically, he good. He's got control over everything, just like he wanted. Really thinking about it now, I'm like, wow, that was a smooth play. This was really a game of chess. That's exactly what this was. And seeing him talk to his mom, and he realized like, look, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta keep my family out of it. And so he has decided he's gonna be fully into the game. And that was cool. And then at the end, when he was talking to Noma's uncle, and he basically explained how he got all this set up, things gonna be flowing and they ain't gonna know what's going on. So I'll basically be a ghost. And I was like, wow, that was smooth. Congratulations, Tariq. You are officially the new ghost. Yes, sir. Now, I'm not sure if you guys waited for the credit scene, but there was a scene where he was talking on the phone and he was like, okay, we can slide. I believe he was talking to Tommy, personally, because who else is he talking about in terms of family? You know what I mean? That let me know that this story is not over. I knew it. This is why I say Courtney Kemp is a genius, bro. Her and 50 Cent have came up with this whole thing. Because now that you have watched everything that's happened, you basically realize that this was Tariq's origin story. And so now I believe we're finna get a whole new series based on the fact that Tariq has decided to take on the mantle of Ghost. And that's what the show was about, Tariq becoming Ghost. This was a perfect setup and I love every single bit of it. Braden and Effie, they're basically back in the business. I'm curious to see how Tariq and his relationship actually goes, as well as Effie and Tariq's relationship, because I know they're gonna come up with something else. This is not the end. And to be honest, at first I didn't agree with this, but now I feel like Kane could actually get his own spinoff. That would actually be kind of dope because Woody McClain is actually a pretty solid actor and he can hold his own. I don't think that it would be a bad show. It would probably take a while to like build up, but I would actually like to see how that turns out. And Diana, I feel like her and Tariq might end up being together. That could actually happen. I believe it. Once again, that was a great series. I enjoyed doing these recaps with y'all, and I will be doing more recaps with y'all. I plan on doing recaps of the other Power series when they come out. I'll do Raising Kanan, and I'll also do Force when that comes out. And I'm also thinking about doing The Shy when that comes back out, because that is also my show. I plan on doing a lot of different movies and TV show reviews. It's just a matter of which ones I want to do, you know? And if there's a show that you want me to do, then comment below and I'll think about it. Cool? Cool. But that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to be back with some more content very, 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 very soon. Yes, sir. Drop that beat on them.